Today's theory is going to be a shocker. Why? Because this theory is going to go over why Sean is Pinocchio all grown up. Sean is none other than Pinocchio himself. How did I come to this conclusion? Well, let's take a look at the story of Pinocchio. Pinocchio was a wooden puppet made by Gelato, with hopes that this puppet would fill the hole in his heart, the hole being caused by not being able to have children. One night, a beautiful fairy brings the puppet alive and gives him a cricket to act as his conscience. Pinocchio then goes to school, gets tricked by a real-life furry, gets kidnapped and used as an entertainer to make money, escapes and gets taken to a fantasy land, which is where Sean got his phrase, "Hey guys, the fun fair's in town," from, that punishes children by turning them into donkey and selling them afterwards. The story gets a happy ending after Pinocchio and Gelato escape a whale, and the fairy rewards Pinocchio by turning him into a real boy. Now, how did I come to the conclusion that Sean is Pinocchio? Well, by looking at Sean's songs themselves. The clearest and most obvious indicator of this fact was Sean's song Real Boy, originally written as a FNAF song. But when you listen to the lyrics, this doesn't sound like a song that fits Balloon Boy at all, but it fits Pinocchio very well.
What I'd give to be a real boy, I would trade this all away.
Balloon Boy's motives weren't revealed in the games, so coming to the conclusion that he wants to be a real boy doesn't make sense. But in the Pinocchio films, his motivations for becoming a real boy were very clear throughout the entire film. I think this was Sean's way of conveying the feelings he felt so long ago. Now, obviously, during Pinocchio's time as a puppet, he at least felt the sadness of being a puppet, with the feelings that he isn't truly alive. He would have blamed the fairy at least once during this time. Even though he knew she cared for him and loved him dearly, these feelings are perfectly portrayed in the song Synthetic from the Devastator album. Listening to the song, it's an obvious metaphor for machinery, but what is a puppet if not a wooden machine, a robot?
Synthetic machinery is all I am and all I could ever be.
A puppet who doesn't truly feel a thing. That still doesn't make sense. What about the time he turned into a donkey? You're probably asking. Well, I have proof for that too. Pinocchio desperately wanted to become a real boy, so time and again, he tried to humanize himself or asking to be humanized. He knew what it means to be good. This is how he became human in the first place. But he also knew what it's like to be bad, to do wrong and do what he should not. His punishment for this was becoming a donkey, an animal, a pitiful animal that represents the bad he chose to do, letting people know who sees him what he did wrong. Sean's song, Humanize, represents all of this perfectly. Of course, Sean knows all the feelings that Pinocchio felt. That's because Sean is Pinocchio, all grown up. One final piece of evidence is that they both have black hair and they can both sing.
I got no strings to hold me down, to make me fret or make me frown.
I told you I can't take much
But that's just a theory, a groundbreaking theory.